This is your daily market review for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Wednesday, January 16th, 2024. Hopefully you're having a great day. I appreciate everybody. As a licensed real estate agent in Colorado, always love to help out, get involved, and show people how to make money in multiple avenues, whether it's real estate or trading. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room. Link in the description below. If you want to chat, use the Calendly link. Let's book 30 minutes and chat. So, what happened today? Spicy action, in my opinion. Up, down, all over the place. Not really much continuation in the names that were leading. Definitely saw some weakness in some names. Again, ChopX, VIX starting to spike just a little bit. As we talked about, the middle of January, not very bullish typically. And I feel like you got some blow off top. So let's get into it. If you have any questions, again, please reach out. Discord room, link description below. Follow on the Twitter. Always posting what we see. A lot of interesting things. A lot of keeping up with the charts if you have any questions. Also, tradingagent.com. Check it out. Get the recommended reading, please. If you don't have these 3 books, it's all you need. Interactive Brokers promo link. Check that out. And also all the fun insights and information. Make sure you get your 5.5% too. Let me know how I can help. YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Always there to help. So let's jump into it. Interesting how this went from like, what is it, 70%? I mean, it says 60%, but literally not, I don't know, at certain points during last week, 2 weeks ago, it was at 70% likelihood of a Fed pivot. It's hard for them to pivot, right, when inflation kind of creeping up. But here's the thing, the New York purchases managing, was it PMI? Yeah, purchase managing. Oh gosh, my brain. It's been a long day. Anyway, some of the New York data weak as junk. It's interesting to see what's going to happen here. We're not getting a cut in January, that's for sure. Bitcoin, as we've talked about, the best time will be to when the Feds pivot, in my opinion. We talk about if it repeats some of the liquidity issues that have always shown up. Again, it boggles my mind. People tell me it's time to buy gold miners, time to buy anything commodity related. Again, I think long term, great, yeah, disappear for a year or two, but if you want to get the best deals, wait for the market to puke. Same thing with oil. Talk about the short interest in it is rather large, so it probably keeps a floor at some point coming. Natural gas, nice trade. We talked about it, maybe getting stuck up here in the low 3s. There you go. KOLD short worked out. You can jump back into that shortly. The dollar. Oops, I did that. The dollar. We've talked about. It woke up. XDiv, big div. Look at that. It's starting to rally. Again, if you put this back on top, it basically would have held the 200-day, and it's over the 100-day. TLT, the market, again, we talked about the market getting stuck up at the 9,900 area. Okay, not a problem. Now holding some support near term, probably. Again, if bond yields scream lower, something's a problem. If they go higher, again, something's a problem at this point. Inflation's picking up. VIX, we talked about compressing, waking up. It's nowhere. Again, it barely even got into the 20s last year. We're not at a bottom, y'all. We're topping the market. I don't get it. VIX or Vixen waking up. Look at the VIX. We talked about this. Holy Batman. Like somebody knew something. Look at that monster green candle. So we'll see what happens. SPY, chop top in play below the 20-day. I know that rhymes. Again, expecting more pain at some point. 460 some point. IWM, as we've talked about, lagging. It doesn't look good, Dia. Trying to hold up. But starting to get weaker, in my opinion. Gold, this is what I've been saying. It's like Bitcoin. To me, Bitcoin's not bullish until you break out over the 67, 69,000 area. Gold, not bullish until I get over 194. I'd rather be late than early. I'm a long-term bull. People go, oh, you can't pick bottoms. And I'm like, but I also don't want to chase action when there's better opportunities. It's so, again, I don't mean to be mean, but it's so naive. Silver's lagging. It's not following through. GDX, we talked about these lagging. Look, making new lows. Somebody knows. If this stuff was leading up, wouldn't be surprised that gold, silver, all those names would be strong. But the miners are the leveraged ETFs of those basically, and they're just lagging. Again, I'm yelling at you. Some of you folks are just like, oh, it's hard to pick bottoms. And it's like, well, you haven't even gotten panic mode yet. Look at these things. Somebody knows something's going on. That's why they're not buying. But yet somebody keeps telling me it's time to buy. I'm like, I would rather be. When picking the bottoms on miners, which can get absolutely creamed, I've seen them correct so much more than it really makes sense. Why? Why? Pass. Again, I don't know where the bottom is, but I've seen, again, go in the past. Look what happens to these things. I mean, it goes from 26 down to 10. We're still at the, 15, 14 mark, something like that, 13 mark. Again, do you want to pick? I mean, you could lose 30% or more still from here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Please stop bugging me with this stuff. You're just, again, you might be right long term, and I don't have any doubts. But I don't want to be early because I've seen this stuff get so ugly. Taiwan Semi got earnings tomorrow. Loving this pop. Good luck. I mean, Buffett's selling any pop tomorrow, honestly. Short. Micron chopping, getting tired up here, lagging hard at the 20-day. AMD, I mean, we talked about during the intraday. I mean, this feels like the top. I mean, all of the upgrades at the highs. Yeah, we'll see. It's trading at 1,400, whatever PE. NVDA getting stuck up here. Not surprised. Intellectual property lagging hard. SMH chopping, but you got potential multi-featured top here. And again, like a double top, it's just a choppy top. Adobe's talked about pro gap down, post earnings, now chopping around the 20-day. Apple oversold, not surprised. Talked about it bouncing, and then it's holding the 200-day, trying to hold. Good luck with that. Amazon, I mean, I can think it gets slaughtered at some point. Amazon, man, it's interesting action. This one's tough. I mean, when things are tough, sometimes you lay off. A Meta, we talked about taking a little profit today. And again, it's just chopping top, trade around it. Same with a lot of these other ones. They're a little hard. CRM riding the channel high. Guggenheim tries to break out again, coming back. I mean, again, it's like miners, but not miners. It's more like just being, I guess, hard to pick tops, but also knowing, like, define your risk. It's worth the reward. It's not like, if the market has more downside than upside, going long names is way more riskier than going short names. Microsoft, man, that could be a pivot point. NDAQ, we talked about this. Shorting up here, patience and time. It looks fine to me. MicroStrategy, talked about getting burned. Said yesterday, don't be surprised if it gets, look where it's holding here. It could be chopping bottom, but here's the thing. It's like leading Bitcoin down. Doesn't look right. Netflix, again, a lot of companies coming to earnings. That feels like the top up there, but they have earnings coming, so be careful. Roblox getting burned. Talk about every time it hits like 47, you just got to go. Tesla, man, you're at a massive, I mean, not massive, but you're at a trend line here. Near term, oversold. Should it bounce? I mean, should, potentially. Will it? Good question. Airbnb, we talked about shorting it up in the 147 plus area. Now it's chopping around again at the 100-day. Costco, I mean, I'm impressed it's holding up. Strength where it's given. Again, I don't mind showing stocks where I'm wrong. Again, we see other retailers, especially like Starbucks, they just not so good. FedEx, same thing. I mean, we talked about the 200-day. Watch this. Not good. Caterpillar, that's game over. Too bad. Missed that one. Nucor, 170s. Seems to be chopping. Letter X, as we've talked about. Please be careful. I mean, I don't think it gets bought out by Nippon Steel, but I don't know if there's other bidders. So just I don't know. I wouldn't try to jump on that one. VALE, again, we talked about these global growth names. They're not growth, but like just commodity infrastructure names. They look dead. I don't want to, again, I think there's just more upside to shorting tech than to try to jump into these material names. Arrow just chopping down slowly. CCJ talked about it maybe blowing off up here. We said go with 2-day range. He gapped down. That doesn't look good. That does not look good. High volume at the highs. CF, again, we like ag long term. Got to eat. Definitely got to eat. But look at this. This doesn't really look that good. Mosaic, same thing. These are all just, they look like they're stuck in purgatory. Now, near term, could they pop? I mean, yes, but I don't think you're at the real bottoms, but I could be wrong if something changes. But at this point, just It's all those material names. XLF, again, love the short up here. Makes sense to me. 20-day, a gift if you get it. JP Morgan, we talked about 20-day. Speaking of, boink. Morgan Stanley, looks like it's heading south for the winter. Talked about that in the live chat. Again, if you have a chance, check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Did it today. Bank of America, heading south. Goldman Sachs, doing well to fleece their clients. If this breaks the, like, whatever, this, I think it's 375. Uh-oh, look out below. We talked about carry leading banks. Doesn't look good, right? Making lower lows. The no doubt fail zone, no doubt failing. XBI, we talked about this. Be careful, right? Getting up into the old resistance. Uh-oh. And then, I mean, just throwing a few names in there. We came, like, look at the transports, y'all. It's not good. I mean, it looks like the IWM just retesting highs and failing. Lower lows. Uh-oh. Housing stocks. I mean, again, I zero doubt that this, I mean, you've got, talk about shorting up here, you're looking good. I think at some point it gets bam. Bam Margera. TAN. Check this out, right? We talk about solar being junk. Sedge. You're welcome. We said any pop. Decent pop. You got it. ENPH. I mean, here you go. Coming down. Again, these names I think go much lower time, but it's just going to be harder. It's not as much meat on the bone near term, maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong. First solar holding trend. Not holding trend, but pulling back. I mean, again, I think solar is the easiest thing to pick here. Just pick your spots. Just be careful and trade around your position. Please trade around your position. HYG, again, I'm amazed anyone would buy corporate debt going into a recession. Lower highs, that looks cooked. Oil, good old oil. Check this out, y'all, right? Chopping. I mean, I don't really have a play. UNG, again, we talked about UNG. Be careful. Wait for this to like split. Don't even get involved in it. But we do like shorting the KLD on major pops. We talked about the 110 plus being a real good, yeah. But now look, talked about it. It's probably due to bounce. I mean, 89, 90. I don't know. Pick your moments. Be careful. Just be careful. Exxon Mobil, man, holding on barely. I mean, I don't know. It's technically breaking, but it's tough, man. CDE again, June. People talk about the February options on this. I don't like it, man. I don't. Again, this is the thing. I'm not trying to bash. And again, maybe it does the February 17th big call options. But again, I've seen opportunities where, again, you see unusual call activity. Doesn't necessarily mean the stock is going to move one way or another. Valero, I mean, we like these gas names when they puke, or shorting up here with tight stops. But they've just been really hard. Again, I think sometimes you just move on to easier stuff. MPC, same thing. Just an absolute headache. Look at this. Like 6 months, just chopping. Breaks your mind. Occidental, we talk about. Buffett loving it. Da-da-da-da-da. Coming on back. Will it hold down here? That's the question. Yeah, I don't know. EQT. And then your Flex LNG. Again, these natural gas names, I don't know if they have huge downside, but if you study the past, they can get wrecked again. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. Last but not least, Flex LNG. Check this out. I mean, again, 8% dividend yield. I keep telling people, like, we're going to be a natural gas exporting in time. Let this thing, again, get thrown out with the bathwater. Just don't overthink this one. It's a really simple trade, a lot of this stuff. And some of it's just being patient. And so if you don't, if you're want to get excited about trading something every day, then you're gambling. The market is not always ideal to trade all the time. Just keep that in mind. So, again, if you have any questions, please reach out. Appreciate all the love, support. Some of y'all giving some generous donations whenever you have them. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Again, if you have real estate needs, do not hesitate. Please do not hesitate. Let me know how I can help. I will see you guys shortly. Again, I'll be out of town for a couple of days. If you don't hear from me, try to check in on Twitter, but I will talk to you guys and gals later.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, your PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.